Okay, so we're here with Profusion Customs. Basically, nice to meet you.
Yeah,
I'm
nice
James.
to meet you. Hi,
So yeah, what is it that your company does?
We'll give you a brief outline about Profusion Customs itself. It really started off as a dream of my son who wanted to get back into motor industry, what I was involved with many, many years ago. And it initially started off as designing and developing performance exhaust systems, because one thing we did realize many, many years ago, that there were so many exhaust companies out there that fabricating exhaust systems, but they were not building it to a proper specification, to a proper standard that companies could, or people could actually appreciate. And not everybody wanted just a loud exhaust system. They wanted something with quality. We realized that money wasn't always the issue. So when we started investigating and looking at what the exhaust market wanted, we came across with a brand called Magnaflow. Okay. Which is really, really huge in America and around the world. Yeah. And I thought, well, if we are going to deal with a company, we're going to make sure we're going to deal with the best product that's out there. So we took a very close look at what Magnaflow was producing, spoke to them, and ultimately we became one of their exclusive distributors for the UK. We've also run a in-house workshop where we actually fabricate, build stainless steel exhaust systems from scratch, and that could be for any vehicle, from somebody's got a kit car all the way to a race car, from a Lamborghini, Diablos, you name it. We can cater for every single vehicle going. Furthermore, we've expanded. Now we've actually gone into the European market. We're able to actually supply the parts because there's so many companies out there. One of the biggest issues is getting hold of quality components, getting hold of quality mufflers, getting hold of quality parts. We're unable to do that. We wanted to cater for that. So we've also become one of the biggest stockists of stainless steel exhaust parts in Europe as well. But also, we're quite fortunate in a way that, we've had the directors from Magnaflow. They're here today as well at the show. They flew over from Italy, Daniele Disati, who wanted to come and support what we're doing over here, which is quite encouraging for us as a supplier. We've also gone into sports manifolds as well, because there's so many manifolds out there that companies are producing, but they do not have. There's nobody to test the manifolds. They don't even know. Half of them are not even race spec. They're not even equal length. So a few years back, we started speaking to a company in America called Icengineworks. Now they produce a system which allows you to fabricate a stainless steel exhaust manifold in next to no time. And the technology they use is so, it's so simple. And people say, well, how come nobody's thought of this before? Can I just show you how simple the system is?
Honestly, yeah. So what is it that we're actually seeing here?
Okay. Now, a lot of people might think, well, hang on, that's looks like quite a complicated system.
Yeah.
Now, traditionally, trying to manufacture this exhaust manifold would have been starting off with pre-bent tubes, and you cut it and you weld it and you chop it and you change it, and by the end of it, you've got a pile of scrap and a system that you think, it might not fit. But people will say, well, it'll do the job. And of course, this is a worldwide problem, and Victor Franco from Icengineworks obviously identified it and came up with the most perfect solution. And the solution being that he's created inch-long blocks which allow a person to actually fabricate an exhaust system. So you have a start point, you have an end point. Now, by slowly snapping these together like a Lego kit, you can actually start building your exhaust manifold. This solves two most important problems, and that is making sure that each port is of equal length, and also you can get the firing order incorrect as well. So if that's port 1, you can 1, 3, 4, 2, so you're firing in a circle. Now, once the design has been done, how does one take that into metal? We actually provide universal U-piece bends, and it comes with a jig. So these are the actual blocks. So for example, they're literally like a Lego kit. They snap and you build them up one by one, section by section to build that manifold.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And this is why they're all coming an inch long. So for example, now if this is one of those sections that you need from that manifold, so now you've got your guide. If that's the section you need, all one has to do, the whole kit comes with like a jig. Mm-hmm. And one puts this whole block into a bandsaw.
Sure.
And the saw would run in here. So by taking your section here and simply lining it up with the blade, you've actually got a reference point of what I need to cut.
Okay.
Remove that, and you stick in a pre-bent piece of tubing, cut it, you've now got a metal version of that.
So that's the same diameter as that one there?
Down to a T. And then by adding section by section here, you then put them together by using these tack welding clamps, which will secure it so you can actually get absolutely precisely where you want to be before you even weld it. This is transformed an exhaust maker's job. So now, literally, a person can literally go from that, from a design point of view, to actually having a race spec manifold in hours instead of months and weeks, and there's no wastage whatsoever.
Wow.
We're the exclusive distributors for Europe on this product, and we now will be able to, I mean, this is the first time a lot of people are seeing this at the show. Only now we're going to upgrade this. It'll be available on the website from Icengineworks, from our Profusion Customs website, which is profusioncustoms.com, where all the products are available. And our new shop is going to be launched on profusionexhausts.com. So builders, enthusiasts can simply log on board and have access to really, really good components at fantastic prices. And hey, presto, and the rest is up to them to build.
Wonderful, wow. So yeah, coming back very briefly to your custom systems that you say you do. So you say people can pick and choose like the noise that the car makes and stuff like that. So do you do anything along the lines of like the Valvetronic systems?
Definitely. One thing we want to make sure that if a customer comes to us, they've got the whole package. Yes, we've had customers who say, look, all I want is a loud system, I want this, I want that. But then again, you also get customers who want, you know, a Bentley, and they want to have a little bit of a grunt, but nothing too loud whatsoever. So yes, we can cater for them as well. With the valve systems, where that is taking out a massive demand right now. And even though there's so many valves available on the market, and there's so much stuff that's on eBay, and we've been through them, and it took us about 2 years of trying different types of valves before we found out the best ones are actually made by QTP in America, Quick Time Performance. Yeah. The most reliable valves available, because we used to get people who bought the cheaper valves and they're stuck on the motorway and they go, so it's locked shut or it's stuck open, can't open it, and it's rattling, and there's nothing you can do with it. There's no serviceable parts. So QTP are the leaders on that, and we will only, what Profusion Customs always done, make sure we can supply to the end consumer. We've done the homework and say, look, we've tried and tested. These are the best products available on the market, and that's where we're happy to put their name on. So QTP is as far as valves are concerned, Magnaflow as far as performance exhaust systems are concerned, Icengineworks as far as manifolds are concerned. And of course, now we've gone into the RWB build as well, which is going to be a whole new channel, and I will let you know about the RWB Porsche coming through. But until then, if you have a look on rwbuk.com, you'll get a briefing of exactly what we're involved with over there as well.
We'll do just that. Thank you very much.
Welcome. Thank you for your time. Thanks for stopping by.
Look forward to speaking to you soon.
You're welcome. Take care. Bye.
You know you could.